Hello, thank you for checking out A1 Math, and today we're looking at constructing exponential functions with 2 points from a word problem. So let's take a look at this first example. A rare bird population in a wooded area is 4 in year 2 and 24 in year 3. Write an exponential function for this growth. Find the population in year 5. So it's 2 parts. First, we have to write the function. And second, we have to figure out what you think the population, we'll project the population in year 5. So, here's your steps. You want to first write your 2 points. You're going to solve for B. You're going to plug into y equal abx to find A. You're going to write an exponential equation now that you have part A and part B. And then you're going to answer any further questions by letting x be a time and y be its population. All right, so first thing they did is they wrote out the 2 points, and then they solved for B with this formula here. B is equal to y2 divided by y1. So they took y2 and y1 and divided, and that's how they got B. All right, next, they took the B and picked one of the points here and plugged into our major formula here. Y is equal to AB raised to the x. So they plugged in 6 for B. They took this point here, plugged in 4 for Y. And then they took the 2 and plugged it in for X. All right. Next, they went ahead and solved. They squared the 6, got 36, divide by 36 on both sides. So you end up with 4 divided by 36, which reduces down to 1 over 9. So A is 1 over 9. So we know A, and we know B. And now we can plug it in and keep the unknowns, the Y and the X. So that's what they did, putting B here and A here. All right, now step 5 is answer any further questions by letting X be a time and Y be its population. So it may not always be time and population, but step 5 is when you answer a question on top of it. It's usually a projection. What do you think is going to happen in this many years? So what they did, since it's 5 years is what they want to know, we're going to plug in 5 for the time and figure out what the population Y is going to be. And the population will be 864 birds. All right, let's take a look at another example. A tiger population experienced exponential growth. There are 96 tigers in year 2 and 384 in year 3. So the first thing we want to do is write the 2 points. So you got 96 tigers in year 2 and 384 in year 3. So my points are going to be 2 and 96 and 3 and 384. All right, next I'm going to go ahead and solve for B here. And remember, B is equal to Y2 over Y1. So if I plug in Y2, 384, and Y1, 96, that's going to be equal to 4. So I'll put 4 here. now we're going to plug in and find out what a is. So what are you plugging into? But you're going to plug into our exponential formula here, which is y is equal to a b raised to the x. All right, now we're going to plug in what we know, which is b. That's 4. And we'll pick one of these points. It makes sense to pick the smallest one. So 2 and 96. So y is 96, and a is 2. Oh, I'm sorry. A is just a. X is 2. So now we'll go ahead and square the 4 and solve for a here. So I get 96 is equal to 16, a times 16. And then divide by 16 here. And that'll mean a is equal to 6. All right, so now I know what a is. A is 6. Now I'm going to write my exponential function, which is this y equals ab raised to the x, but with a being 6 and b being 4. All right, so again, they want to know what happens in year 5. So remember, the x is your input value. We're going to plug that in for, we're going to plug 5 in for x. So we'll end up with y is equal to 6 times 4 raised to, get some space here, the 5th. All right, so 4 to the 5th is going to be 1,024. And then 6 times 1,024 is 6,144. So in 5 years, it'll be 6,144. Okay. So it started off with 96, but in 5 years, it got up pretty quick. So that's an exponential function. That's we've went back and constructed a exponential function from 2 points within a word problem, and was also to make projections on what the growth, and in later problems you can find decay in a particular situation. Well, I want to thank you for checking out A1 Math. Have a nice day.